Hi, my name is Yuva, and I'm here today to talk about SeLion's CodeGenerator. It's a submodule under SeLion, and in the next few minutes, you'll be learning how to use CodeGenerator along with your test automation. So before watching this video, I request you to look into either one of these videos as a prerequisite for CodeGenerator video. So let's get started. So assume you have a test automation library that allows you to run automation for an Android app or for a web app or for a iOS app. So you have just started writing your test automation library and you have gathered bunch of locators that interacts with your app and automates your UI flow. So what happens is as and when the app goes a big hit or your web application is accessed by more number of people, you add more number of features and that needs to be tested. So this resulted in more number of tests being added to the test automation and also more number of locators to maintain. So the question here is, as and when your test library grows, having thousands of test cases, is it a nightmare to maintain the locators? And whenever your web application or the mobile app caters to different languages, say for example English or French, then there comes a requirement like you have to run the same set of test cases against different languages with different locators. So, is your test automation library smart enough to switch between locales and run your test cases? So, CodeGenerator tries to solve these problems in particular so that you have a scalable test automation library. So, let's get into some facts. So, how does SeLion's CodeGenerator helps you here? So, it separates the locators and the test, not just the web page locators, but also the mobile app locators. So it allows you to maintain locators locale wise so that you can switch between the locators easily. And when I said it separates the locators and the test, the locators are actually centralized to a YAML file or a YML file. So this is how my YAML file looks like. It contains the key called base class, which specifies a class name called basic page impl, and it is used by CLion for internal needs, followed by the page title, followed by the list of elements. Under the elements, I have specified the name of the element called first name text field, last name text field, and the locators for the first name text field are categorized locale wise. Here, I have just specified US, but in some cases, if you require the FR locale, you can just specify the FR locale here. Okay, so what happens now? I have the locator. Now, how do I refer this locator inside my test script? So you have a YAML page declaration. You just give this YAML page declaration to the code generator. So the code generator reads the YAML file, parses it against a rule set, and it generates a Java file. So you can create a instance of this Java file inside your test automation script, and you can refer the locators. And if there is any need to change the locale for running the test, you can create the instance of this Java file with that particular locale and run your test automation. So let's have a practical walkthrough of a code generator. So this is my YAML file, and I'm going to interact with the Google page, search a text and click the submit button. So my elements are search text field and search button. The language which I'm interested currently is English. And I've specified the page title as Google. The base class stays there by default. Okay, so how do I generate the Java file? you can right click on your project, you can go to run as and invoke the Maven generate sources. So this will generate the Java file and it will add the list of Java files to your class path so that it is available readily inside the test. So if you take a closer look, CLAN just added the generated Java file under the target generated sources. So how did it create the package com.mycompany.myproject.googletest? By default, CLAN looks for all the YAML pages under source main resources GUI data. Under GUI data, you can have multiple number of folders containing the YAML files as per your test requirements. In my case, I'm just going to run automation against Google page. So I have added all my pages under a folder called Google test. So the resultant package name is going to be com my company my project dot your folder name which you just specified. So this clearly separates the YAML files folder wise and in turn generated as a package with as a Java file. Okay, now let's revisit the example which I've shown in the web automation. So this is how my test script looked like while interacting with the Google page. I had a search button and a search field. Now if I'm going to uh, add a new element or if I'm going to switch a locale, I need to come back and revisit this test case and again run it. What if I want to test two use cases? One is for English, other is for French. So I need to manually edit the test cases for each run to execute the automation. So how do I use the Java page which I just generated inside my test suite? So I've already written an example for this. It is asking for import. So right now, all the elements which I have declared are centralized to this Google page. Let's take a look at the generated Google page. So the elements are automatically generated inside the Google page and I can access the elements by calling get element name and the folders are initialized to the page domain field. Let's go back to our automation. So as usual, I have specified act web test saying this is a UI web flow followed by I have instantiated the page in which I'm going to interact. And if you notice here, I have specified the language or locale to be English. In my next run, if I'm going to specify French, I can actually create a standalone test that tests the French page and give me results so that I have a case running the English, running the French. Again, this is the same case of interacting with the web page, going to the search field, typing CLion, and again going to the clearing it off, again going to the search field and typing Optimus Prime. So let me run this. Okay, my test case just picked up the locators via this Google page and it interacted with the page. Say you don't want separate test cases for English and French, and you need to run the same test method for different locales, then SeLion provides a config parameter called site locale. So this particular argument can be specified in the suite file or from the command line using -d SeLion underscore site underscore locale or the site locale in suite file. So let me give the, so here instead of specifying this, I'll be directly giving the site locale, and I'll specify the site locale here. That's it. Now you can run your test cases across locales by just specifying this particular parameter in your suite file. The next question is, what is the format of YAML file, or what are the rules I need to follow to specify the data in the YAML file so that SeLion can use it to generate the Java page. There's a separate section called page YAML under SeLion.io, which is specific for Webflow, iOS apps, and Android apps. So folks who are interested to use CodeGenerator in their test automation can specify the YAML file as per their need by looking through these pages and generate Java pages accordingly. And one more thing is, under the CodeGenerator section, the page outlines the details of configuring the plugin in your Maven project, and also the configuration parameters which can be used with the CodeGenerator as per your requirement. Thank you. I hope this video is helpful in understanding CodeGenerator and also using it in your test automation. If you have any doubts, you can always post it to our forum, or for more information, you can view it at http://cline.io. Thank you for watching.